How to do, y'all? Tables here. Wanted to do a short video of my group's plans for the next PoE2 patch launch, which is tomorrow. I believe it's 2 p.m. Central, which is where I am. Updates for me are going to be sporadic. If I feel good, I'm going to play. If I don't, then I'm not. But I do want to give y'all some reliable updates, somewhat, on how we are progressing as a group. For the first time, we're going to be doing like a true group farm. There's going to be 3 of us. And my brother's going to be going tactician. And he's going to be like mainly focusing on pen and other debuffs. He's going to be doing, I think, some banner stuff. And then we're going to have my buddy who is going to play another support character. And he's going to be doing Lich. So he's going to be our Curse and Aura bot. And yeah, the pen's going to be insane. The aura is going to be insane. Like everything, both of these support classes are going to be really good. And then I'm going to be doing Huntress, most likely Amazon, just for the simple fact that it seems the most league start accessible. You know, just straight up accuracy stacking. I don't believe we're going to need to do any kind of leech in group play, but it's something that we can spec into when we are solo. So yeah, that's kind of our plan. We're going to be doing like pretty hardcore group farm, trying to stack our money so that we can play with other builds and whatnot. So that's kind of the plan right now, and we'll do some more testing. I really want some currency to start testing specters, even though I know most of the quote unquote minion creators are going to be doing that already. It'd be fun to just do it on my own without any information, just to see what we can find, because there's a lot of monsters out there, and there's probably a lot of untapped power. Now hopefully Huntress is good. I'm kind of leaning towards the infusion route because, it seems to be the most accessible, but there is a chance that we go full on bleed. But I think that's more. I think that's going to be more of a blood mage thing. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that with Amazon when the new blood mage ascendancy has pretty much guaranteed aggravate, especially on ignite. So I think it's just best to do some elemental buffoonery with some accuracy stacking and a bunch of crit and whatnot. So yeah, most of the time that you see me live, we should be in a group. And yeah, we'll just go from there. I don't know if I'll stream day one. We'll have to see how I feel. And yeah, we'll just kind of go from there. Now I want to switch to going over some of the ascendancy stuff that we're gonna be doing like as a group farm. And first things first is Amazon. And I am personally planning on going critical strike, predatory instincts to get that flat damage, which we're probably going to be able to get quite a bit. I mean, I saw Surgog's video on, just flat accuracy on weapons, and it's a fair bit. It's quite a bit. We're definitely going to go elemental infusion. I don't think I'm going to tap any of these because I'm going to be group farming. So all my defense and most of my offense is going to be coming from my party members. So I don't know if we're necessarily going to need leech, but it's something that we can take if we really need it. And depending on power charge generation and usability and uptime, we may or may not take infused avatar. It just depends. If we don't take this and we have reliable uptime on charges, we're definitely going to be going predatory instinct. I think this makes the most sense, and just go double up on these two. And that's my primary thinking on this whole situation. We're most likely going to be going here first for the crit, and then up here to elemental infusion, and then we'll go penetrate, and then lastly we'll go infuse avatar and our predatory instinct. As far as the lich goes, I don't know. I need to look at his kind of build, because he had a build linked. I just haven't looked at it yet. But I know that he's going to be our main curse spot. He's going to be mostly our aura bot, and really he's going to be giving us block. He's going to be giving us flat chaos damage. through Unholy Might scaling. It's going to be really nice, and I'm super excited to see how this kind of plays out in in a group setting. And then we have Tactician, and I believe my brother is going to be going Suppressive Fire, as well as a solid plan. Watch how I do it, so we get 25% of his main hand damage, which is like great because crossbows are getting like a giga buff, literally giga buff, uh, in the coming patch. And beyond that, it's just like pretty much whatever else he wants. He might end up going polish that gear as his last node, but he's for sure we're going to be going persistent buffs right where we want them, and then probably pin build up. So really, I guess it's probably going to end up being suppressive fire right where we want them. Probably not multiple manners. Watch how I do it, and then this node right here, which is a solid plan. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be his 4 points. Mainly focus on group play. He's probably going to do at least one banner, but I don't think he's going to mess around with both banners. And that's kind of the whole kind of. We have one that's an aura curse bot, one that's like a pen damage buff bot. Both of them are gonna be running specters. I'll be running a tame beast, right? And so we just have all these buffs that we're sharing together, and then I'll be the one doing all the damage and generating the charges, and then we can possibly see about me sharing those charges, and then we'll just kind of see how it goes. This is just kind of our idea of what we want to do for this patch. We want to try and maximize our currency farm, and I think this is going to be a good way for us to do it. Ideally, we would want like a max party group, but that's not really going to be in the cards for us. The most we're going to be able to get is maybe 5, but for sure it's going to be 3 of us, and we already have the 2 support guys lined out. So anyone else that decides to come in, it's just going to be extra damage on top of that. And honestly, I think for us 3, between how good pinning is going to be, plus the aura and curse, and all the damage that we're going to, I think it's going to be nuts. I think it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I think we're going to steamroll in-game content with this whole party setup. So I'll be keeping you guys updated, especially on my Amazon build. And I'm just kind of going in blind. I watched a little bit of Ziggy D's video. I'm just going to play the skills and play the ones that I think are the most fun, and then build around the ones that I think are the most fun, and try out some of the new support gems. And we're just going to kind of feel it out. We're going to help each other get to the end game, and yeah, we'll just go from there. So that's kind of our plan. I know I usually do a bunch of videos for League Start, but with each patch introducing something new, and God, the amount of changes in this patch, the just absolute fun detective nerf fest that we had this go around. I'm not going to be doing a lot of build videos because how could I possibly do a build video when I have no information on Amazon or spears in general? Right? But I do think, based off Ziggy D's video, I think Amazon's going to be a pretty reliable League starter. I'm not too worried about it. And like I said, if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do a little stream on Friday. And we'll definitely get you guys a video this weekend on how the progression is coming on Amazon. And maybe answer some questions if y'all have any. So that's it. That's our plans. And I will see y'all for the launch tomorrow at some point. Y'all be good. Please take care of yourselves. God bless.